Okay, I have got the Land of Whimzie Busy Baby Kit. I got it for my baby shower for my little girl, and she's now 4.5 months old, and I thought it was about time that I start this. And I thought, how hard could it be? So I opened it up and I pulled out all my pieces and I started working on it, and it says here, label all pieces, and then it tells you what it has at the flannel and tells you what you need for batting, and it all comes in one piece. So you can see here that they are all layered, or not layered, all labeled. Leg opening cover, which is upside down, and this is all one piece of cotton fabric that's already printed with like all the positioning. Like it's got here the tab marking point, which I already cut out and sewed on there to start. And then I ended up getting to, let's see here, number 5, bag, fold flannel bag with wrong sides together. So if you already have this kit, and if you did what I have done, then you would go to the 4 pieces of flannel that you have, and then seeing that they are not marked. They're not marked, they are adorable. The print is absolutely cute, but the instructions suck. So after lots of analyzing, the four pictures given here in black and white, which helps but not so much, and then the even smaller pictures that they have on the front of the tie that they sold this with, I have tried my hardest to kind of piece it together. So, just to clarify for everybody else out there who has done what I have done and been confused, the long green piece is the strap. Okay, so in the instructions, you'll actually be sewing that right sides together and then turning it inside out and then sewing it on the front of the bag, which wasn't labeled. So from what I've gleaned from banging my head on my sewing desk and looking at pictures over and over again and searching to no avail, this print with the paisley is the pocket, and then the green piece, and I have these folded, by the way, and I've already ironed them because I just couldn't wait. This green piece is the bag. And I assume, but have not gotten that far, that this piece is the back of the whole shopping cart cover. So I will have to see the further I get. Hopefully I won't have any other bits that I really want to scream about, because this has been really horrible trying to look at this and figure it all out. So if anybody looks at this video and you had anything to do with manufacturing this, label your pieces next time. So I have already cut out the center piece of this cotton, and I went ahead and made my tabs, and I've already sewn them together and put them on here. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next step, as they're already on here, and then I will come back for I guess next part of the video. Okay, here I am again. So I have gone ahead and followed, let's see here, I followed 5 and 6 of the instructions, and this is what I have come up with. So I went ahead and sewed the 2 lines that it instructed, and I've chosen yellow thread, so it's not all that easy to see. And then I've also finished my strap, sewed it and turned it right side out and ironed it. I iron it because I think it makes it look way more professional. So now it's instructed that the strap should be sewed with 3.5 inches on the top of it. Whoop, where is it? 3.5 inches on the top, and about 3.5 inches on the bottom. So it's pretty well centered, I think. Now the problem I'm having here is the bag is actually on top of the piece that it should be sewed on, and there's a lot hanging over. So I'm not really too clear on how this is going to work, but I guess I'll be doing a lot of trimming. But there's the tabs, and so I'm going to go ahead and sew this. I just wanted to go ahead and show how far I am and where I'm at and problems that I'm dealing with as I reach them and how I am going to fix them. So if the next person comes along and sees this, they know what's going on, or you can leave me comments and tell me that I'm a moron because I could have done it another way. I am not a master seamstress. I'm decent at best. So this is my journey. So I'm gonna go ahead and go figure this out, sew it, and trim it up, and see what we have. Okay, very quickly before I proceed, I do want to note that I went ahead and top sewed the strap. So I sewed 1/8 of an inch, I believe, around the edge, just because I think that, much like ironing, it leaves a way more professional look, and I don't like for my stuff to look like it was homemade. So I didn't see that anywhere in the directions, and I thought that it was noteworthy. So now I'm going to go ahead and finish sewing this on top, and I will come right back. Okay, here I am again. I just wanted to show you guys really quick before I move on that I went ahead and sewed 1/4 inch from the ends. I did start it at 1/2 inch over here and goofed it, so I'll have to pull that out and you know, try to get rid of that. But then you can tell I recognized it quite early. Thankfully, less work for me. And so the strap is sewn on. And so, sorry, you get to see my ugly toes. So I have got little tabs coming out for the loops for toys, and it looks like it's coming together. So I am going to go ahead and start on number 7. I'm going to start on 7, and I'll go ahead and get that prepped out, and then I'll come back with the video. Sorry for all the back and forth. Hopefully this turns out okay, because this is my first video ever. So I will be right back. Okay, here I am again with the pocket. So it's this really cute paisley, and then I've also cut out the flap, which is this little elephant with the flowers. Now one side has, there it is right there, a line that marks the center, so that will actually end up getting lined up on the front. So the bottom of the front, that'll get lined up, and then we'll follow the instructions on that later, but I just wanted to note that. Also in the instructions, it did not say anything about these two longer, I believe these are the 4-inch sections. Yes, the 4-inch toy sections, which should be the two at one end of that strip. Now, this wants these to be sewn on the back side of the pocket. Sorry, that's not really focusing. Okay, so it wants it to be sewn on the back side of the pocket, but basically it just shows it as a raw edge, and that just kind of leaves me raw. So when I've gone ahead and done, and I'm not sure if I'm really supposed to be doing this or not, but I've gone ahead and folded it in on one side because I really don't like raw edges. And I folded it in on the other piece, and I've put them together so that they're kind of like a loop. And then I did mark it on the 6-inch spot right there with a little bit of blue. I don't know if you can see it. So I'll be pinning that and sewing it down just like so. I'm going to try to clean it up a little bit, and then it gets sewed just like the bag. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'm going to finish sewing this on top of the flap, and then I'll come back because then I will be attacking, I believe, instruction number 11, and I have not cut any of those holes yet. In fact, I have not even cut like the edges that I had on the bag on the side. Remember, I said that it hung over quite a bit. I didn't cut any of that just in case I screwed it up, because I want to be able to come and be able to rip that out, and you can't really salvage what you don't have. So I'm not going to trim any of that off until after I'm done. So so that is my note on those, and I'm going to, like I said, go sew, and again, I will be back.